Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carly.
And I'm Ange.
And today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 16.
So we're coming up to the end of the first book. I think there are only like 4 episodes left, 4 or 5. And we still haven't made it to the North Pole yet.
No.
So I'm going to keep predicting it. I'll get it right eventually. But we met Bato of the Water Tribe who knew Sokka and Katara's mum and dad. No, just the dad.
Dad? I think
it was
he
the
was
dad.
part of his group.
Yeah, part of his group. That's right. And Sokka and Katara got their priorities in order and thought, you know what, we need to actually go on this journey with Aang. It's more important. We can meet up with Dad some other time because they were given a map to his location. I'm sure we'll see more of him later on.
Yeah. Katara and her necklace also reunited.
Thanks to Aang. Now, listen, I'm sure, well, like, the previous episode has not been released on YouTube at the time of filming this, but I'm sure there's an absolute war in the comment section that you started.
I did not realise that the ships were this serious.
Yeah, so we uploaded, obviously, episode 15 to Patreon not long ago, and there was already a little bit of a war in the comment section, so we're just imagining YouTube. You might need to call the Jets just for a little bit. If you guys are interested in signing up to our Patreon, you'll gain 3 to 4 weeks of early access to our current shows, and you'll also find reactions that are exclusive to our Patreon. If you're interested, you can check out our link in the description below. But anyway, should we get into it?
Let's get into it. Someone following them?
This should give us a good idea.
My bet's on Zuko.
We'll find something to eat here. The Fire Days Festival. Fire Nation cultural exhibits, jugglers, vendors, magicians. This would be a great place for me to study some real firebenders.
You might want to rethink that.
You gotta start with water, mate.
Hey, a poster of me.
Oh no.
This is bad.
I think we better keep moving.
He looks so happy.
I guess we could go check it out.
What? You want to walk into a Fire Nation town?
I'm with Sokka.
I'm with Sokka too.
You know, fire?
We'll wear disguises, and if it looks like trouble, we'll leave.
Yeah, because we always leave before we get into trouble.
Not gonna be that simple. Oh, Zuko was on there too.
Who is that?
Blue mask.
He's important, that man.
Yeah, he's got a scratch on his face.
You guys stay out of sight here while we go to the festival.
Stay out of sight, he says to Appa. Yep, hide in the bush. There you go.
Oh no. Oh no.
I love this kid. You have no idea, Carly. I looked up the voice actor. He was only like 12 when he did this too.
What?
Yeah, well, you'd imagine so. It does sound like a 12-year-old kid, but he's very good.
All the Japanese anime voice actors are all like adults for children, so
Yeah, true.
kind of thought the same thing.
New disguises.
Where are we gonna get masks like that?
Get your genuine Fire Festival masks here.
Do you think
Let's
the
go.
do you think the cabbage guy's here?
Easy.
Maybe. I don't know who would want cabbages here, but
Yeah, that makes more sense.
poor sucker.
For my next trick, I need a volunteer from the audience.
Go, Aang.
What do you think you're doing?
I want to get a closer look. It's better that we don't attract any attention to ourselves.
How about you, little lady?
Oh, she's shy.
Let's give her some encouragement, folks.
Oh dear.
That's my worst nightmare.
Same actually.
What's the bet Katara falls in love with this man?
Angelo, come on now.
Carly, she's got a bad track record, that's all.
The actor's too good. I'm gonna knock her mask off. Oh, come on, Aang.
That's epic, though. Made for a...
Now everyone knows.
Oh, dear. It made for a great show.
Okay, time to go. What is he doing? Oh, great. I think the man from the jungle is gonna help him out here.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm calling Appa.
I hope you can really hear that bison whistle.
Nice. That whistle must have like a really high frequency that only Appa can hear or
Yeah, I
something.
think that's how it works. Oh no.
Appa, down here.
Don't hit the thingies. Okay.
Yes, man.
Nice. Ah. He's cheeky.
Made for a great show, though.
They went out with a bang.
You're a Fire Nation soldier. Was. My name's Jay.
Okay.
Okay, finally.
I was a firebending genius. Some say he's mad, but he's not. He's enlightened.
You mean there's a firebender out here who's not with the Fire Lord? We've got to go see
Yeah,
him.
I mean, that's just perfect.
Don't move.
If he meets the guy, he'll probably say to Aang, come back at a later date or
I
something.
see.
He wants you to leave immediately.
Finally, let's hit the road.
Why won't he see me?
He says you're not ready. Says you haven't mastered.
Wow,
firebending
you were
in the
I
right.
bloody knew it.
How does he know that?
Lucky we know the blueprint for the show.
I'm going in anyway.
Before learning firebending, you must learn water and earth. Water is cool and soothing. Earth is
And then he
sweet
can
and
take on the
stable.
fire.
Fire is alive. You are not ready. You are too weak.
So the first two arts of bending, water and earth, it's almost like a mental exercise too, to get prepared for fire.
Now I must do it once again. You will teach the Avatar firebending. Yes, yes. I will teach you.
Really? That's great.
Now concentrate. Good.
He's just gonna stand there for like an hour, doesn't he?
Silence! Talking is not concentrating. Look at your friend. Is she talking? Even that oaf knows to concentrate on what he's doing.
Hey, but what am I concentrating on?
That was out of pocket, man.
Son, learn restraint or risk destroying yourself and everything you love.
I think he's gonna try fire blast and then burn down a whole heap of shit, almost get Katara killed or something, and then he'll realize.
That's why he has to
No?
learn with this guy,
Okay.
so that he doesn't do that.
Okay.
Patient.
We're going to work with fire now.
Oh yeah. I mean, let us begin.
Concentrate on the fire. I want you to keep this flame from reaching the edges of the leaf for as long as you can.
I did it! I made fire!
You were supposed to prevent it.
Whoa. Look, careful!
What did I say?
You were right.
Now that's firebending.
Oh no. Oh,
He's
no,
gonna burn Katara
that-
alive.
Oh no.
Watch yourself.
He's gonna burn the little hut down. Put it in the water.
Wonder how that juggler did it.
I bloody told you, man!
I'm so sorry!
I shouldn't laugh.
Put it
That's
in
bad.
the
Poor
water.
Katara, man.
Quick.
Put her in the water.
Accident.
Her hand.
I'm
Oh.
Her hand isn't it.
Shouldn't mess around with this. Look what you did. You burned my sister.
Oh.
Poor Katara. No, I did say it. I swear I have not seen that. I did not know that was going to happen.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Really wasn't his fault.
It was exactly his fault. Oh, you
Whose?
mean the older guy?
Yeah, I mean the old guy, not Aang.
Yeah. I mean, he probably shouldn't have left him, but...
Told Aang 100 times, though. That stings a lot. Oh. They're healing waters. The heck?
What, did she do something with her...
Healing ability.
Oh!
Great members of the water tribe sometimes have this ability. I've always wished
That
I were
is
blessed
so
with you.
sick.
Free from this. Go get your friends and flee.
Now he's got to pay the price for them rocking up here.
My old teacher gave up fighting a long time ago.
Haven't you, Master John John?
Man, a 14-year-old whooped your ass. Okay? Your master's gonna kick your ass too.
Zhao and his soldiers are attacking. Where? By the river. They captured Zhang Zhang. I have to help him.
Oh, Aang.
Look at you.
Guy told him to flee. Oh man.
That title will not help you against the Avatar. Do not try to fight him. You are no match.
I think I can handle a child.
That's
Really?
rich. That's rich.
Really?
Zuko whooped your ass, man. Oh, this
He
guy's
did a
cool, man.
Dumbledore.
Find him.
This guy's cool.
Wow.
You know how to duck and run like a coward, but I doubt he showed
This
you
guy's
what Firebender is
burning
truly
everything.
capable of.
Whoa, wild shot.
Keep your eyes on him.
Oh, were we fighting? I thought you were just getting warmed up.
I was.
Oh my gosh, he has no care for his surroundings.
Anyone an admiral these days.
It's making him more angry.
He's gonna burn down his own ships.
Ahoy! I'm Admiral Zhao.
He's gonna spank you, Aang. Be careful. What an idiot!
Thought you'd be better than Zuko.
Not Aang.
Oh, he's played the Zuko card.
Oh dear.
Are you crazy? You haven't thrown a single blow.
No, but you have.
He's burnt his whole fleet down. He's got
Oh my
all the ships.
Long John said you have no restraints.
So hot-headed.
Have a nice walk home.
Or swim.
Come on.
Let's go, Aang.
Aang, you're burned.
You're gonna heal him.
Let me help you.
Is it? Oh, okay. So it works in conjunction with the water.
Yeah, it's part of the water bending.
Yeah, I know, but thought maybe she can do it without water.
Oh,
Wow, that's good water.
When did you learn how to do that?
I guess I always knew.
Oh, well then thanks for all the first aid over the years. Like when I fell into the greaseberry bramble, and that time I had 2 fish hooks in my thumb.
2?
He tried to get the first fish hook out with another fish hook.
Oh, and the time that ninja-
That checks out.
Thanks for healing that up. That's great. Really helpful.
so Aang had his first taste of firebending in this episode, and it went exactly how we expected it to go. Hey, look, I was pretty on with the predictions. Now, I thought some of them were pretty, like, I mean, it's a kid's show, so sometimes they can be obvious, but I promise you I've not seen it. I did mention in the very first episode that when I was a kid, I had seen some episodes here and there with my sister, but I only remember character faces. I don't remember what happens in the episodes. But I kind of liked the way that went, because it would have been annoying for him, obviously, to learn the firebending first. And I really liked the way Jong kind of explained why that you need to learn, like, water bending and then earth bending before you learn fire. It kind of gives you that discipline and foundation before you go into firebending, which can be so destructive.
Mm-hmm.
And he referred to having firebending as a burden, and he indeed wishes that he had waterbending instead.
Yeah. I think he definitely suits a different kind of bending, just from his peaceful sort of nature.
Mm.
And it was almost like getting your license before dealing with a dangerous weapon, you know? Like, that's what firebending is like. And Zhao would have spent probably years learning under his wing and still didn't grasp the whole understanding of discipline and... What was the word? Was it discipline?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Burned down his ships and everything.
I like
which
that, yeah.
Taught Aang a really valuable lesson, and I think Aang understands now why he needs to go in order.
Yeah, I thought the writing in the episode was good. You know, the way they used Zhao, and he was actually the, his master was Zhong as well, and he was the prime example of what could happen if you jump into it too quick and then don't learn it properly.
Yeah.
Because you could tell, like, Aang hasn't mastered waterbending, but he can use it because it's quite peaceful.
Yeah,
and,
it's not as dangerous.
It's not as dangerous. I kind of really like it now how they've added the healing ability to the water.
Yeah, same. I really like that for Katara. I think that's really going to come in handy in the future episodes, especially when it gets closer to the third book.
I wonder if Aang's going to use the healing as well. Presumably he could do it, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, wait. No, maybe you have to be part of the water tribe to have the healing. I don't think it's just water bending.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see a lot more of that later on. That's pretty cool. it's really handy for Aang and Sokka and the rest of them, who they're kind of always in trouble anyway, to some degree in every episode. What I really have enjoyed about the first book is I feel like they've introduced a lot of good characters that we know will come back later on. Now Jong can be added to that list.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely built the foundations well. I feel like just seeing all these characters that we've met so far, maybe seeing them in a more high stakes environment, everyone coming together, just makes for some epic viewing, I reckon, later on.
Mm-hmm. And this episode also introduced us to something we've been calling for, which is like the Fire Nation people who aren't under the guise of the Fire Lord or whatever.
Yeah, they've split off from the Fire Nation. Yeah, we definitely have like seen or suspected that there was going to be some civil unrest and that some would leave and some wouldn't want to fight for the Fire Lord and all of that.
Yeah.
I think, that could be their undoing in the end as well.
I want to know how, what's his name? Jong
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, wasn't it?
I think it's because he's mastered it to a certain degree. And I feel like Zhao could never. No way. Admiral Zhao. Yeah, because he doesn't have what Zhong has.
Yeah, maybe there's some secret tricks to the firebending too.
Because the other people could do it as well. They all disappeared except for,
Interesting.
our Shaggy mate.
And then, coincidentally, we found out another thing that some of the waterbenders could do as well, which was the healing.
So there must be one for Earth, maybe, as well?
Yeah, so maybe there are, hidden
air.
or special techniques for each of the bending abilities.
Cool. Okay, so disappearing and then healing. You know who the unexpected MVP is?
Of what, the episode?
Just of Avatar so far.
Who?
Appa. He's come in clutch so many times.
He's hectic, isn't he?
So hectic.
Yeah, he's grown on me.
He's a cute little guy.
He's not
big.
little. Yeah.
He's a cute man.
Yeah, he definitely comes in handy for sure. What I really liked about the episode was that they kind of surprise you with Aang potentially learning firebending this early on. And I just like it how it sort of outlined the consequences, but then also what you can look forward to later on in, like, say, book 3, just knowing that this character is going to return and that, it essentially gave higher stakes for learning firebending. It wasn't just as simple as, okay, fire's last. This is why fire is last. This is why it's very important. This is why they're kind of the bad guys, because, a lot of them use that destructive element. Well, fire in general is kind of destructive. I also like the way that the airbending kind of meshes with the fire in a way.
Yeah, how he kind of made like a fire vacuum with it. And
yeah, I have enjoyed every single time you've seen airbending versus firebending.
Yeah.
I think it makes for some pretty cool viewing, and I do wonder whether or not, we saw a little bit of Zuko and Aang action. I do wonder whether or not you could see fire work with air rather than verse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because when you add wind to a fire, it kind of expands, I guess.
Yeah, the oxygen feeds.
That's the extent of my science knowledge, but
the fire, yes.
Yeah, we could see stuff like that later on.
It was so funny when Aang was begging Jong.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. Jong was like, nah. So old mate Roku got involved.
Was that Roku?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was, what did he say? He was like,
you will teach.
Do this.
Yeah, you will do this.
He's always got Aang's back. I really like that.
That's interesting. We didn't comment on that scene, but yeah, certain characters seem to have connections with some pretty important people, let's just say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. You've also got Iroh, who's got this mystery about him too. He seems to be connected to a lot of different things, and we don't know exactly why.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out eventually. But yeah, Jong has some sort of connection to Roku as well.
I wonder if it's got anything to do with the spirit realm, or just because he's part of the Fire Nation and so is Roku.
It is interesting. Yeah, it's something to keep in mind.
Thank you so much for watching our reaction. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out. For early access to all of our reactions, you can support us on Patreon if you'd like. And yeah, thank you so much again. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!